I remembered to record. Yay!
And I'm gonna leave in about 10 minutes or so
Okay,
because yeah.
we're starting with Angela.
Woohoo!
Angela, we'd love to celebrate you and then support your intentions so that we don't miss a thing. What is going on with you?
Oh my. I feel like I've intentioned already as of yesterday's mastermind. Um, or done the wins, and then there's another one tomorrow. Um, I am at a loss at the moment. Why don't you start with somebody else and let me? Oh, sorry.
Okay, we'll come back to you, but we don't want to miss you if you have to leave
Thank you,
early.
thank you.
All right, well, we'll start with Peggy. Peggy, what can we help you celebrate?
Well, I walked 8 blocks yesterday, which is the furthest I've walked in I don't even know how long. And there's been a shift in my energy. I feel like it more it more came back both mentally and physically. So I'm very grateful for that. And um enjoying keeping my house tidy so that it can show. And what else? There were so many things. Oh, this was huge. Today, in the middle of winter, sitting outside at Panera's having coffee and breakfast in the sun. It was 70 degrees. It was like, oh my gosh. I even had to take off my jacket. It was so warm. So I may have a sunburn and not know it yet. But it was just marvelous. And I had just such a great trip to the dentist today to have teeth filled. And she looked at them and she's going, let's take some more x-rays. Not filling those teeth today. We're gonna write to the insurance company and see if they'll pay for a bridge. So I just got to see, but I love my dentist. She was my first feng shui client when I moved here. That's how we met. And just the most lovely woman. So that's that's very fun. And catching up with friends and getting to work at the bank tomorrow afternoon. So that'll be fun. Okay,
That's
I'm
great.
done.
Perfect. How can it get even better than this? That's great. Energy was so good it brought Dorji in. But Angela has to leave pretty soon. So we really want to celebrate you, Angela, before you go. So not to put you on the spot, but I'm putting you on the spot. What can
Thank
we
you.
help you celebrate?
I love that Peggy loves her dentist. I don't know anybody who loves their dentist. That's awesome. Really? Yeah. Um, so let's see. So I'm doing the cures that the last week I showed you that I got the crystal things. So I'm doing those and including them in a couple of other items that I put up, and now trying to link friend helpful people and prosperity corner, and then have the health corner. So I'm doing two different sets of cures. Hopefully I'm doing them all right. We'll see. Um, back when you guys had Thanksgiving and then Black Friday, and there was, the Mind Valley program was, or the 1 year was like offered for 199, but 199 US is probably closer to 200, 300 for us Canadians. And just, I'd already joined Yes to Success and Circle again. So it was like, okay, I can't do that right now. But then, and he kept advertising the Silva method, right? Because he's got the rights to take that on. So then Audible was having a 99 cents for 3 months, like 99 cents each month. So I went on, looked on there and got one of the De Silva books. I can't remember the name of it right now, but it's maybe getting in touch with the other side. So I've been also working on those morning and afternoon and evening practices to hopefully get better and better at healing and trying. Yeah, so I'd like to. I didn't do very well with the homework for Deborah's awake class this time, but I think for me it was more about being in the energy this time. And I do have the replay, so I can do that on the way back. And have I gone over time? I didn't see
You're
you.
just at time right
Okay.
now. Ding, there it goes. How can it get even better than that? It gets better because we get to support your intention. So,
Thank you.
quick like a
So
bunny, what is your
not quick like a
intention?
bunny. So it's been busy because I did the kids thing last week, and
Right.
it went well, and we had capacity room, and today I have another kindergarten. So lots of baking, lots of activity going on, and my cousin's wife has had a large tumor removed from back behind her nose. This is a while ago already, and the process of healing has been complex. And she was at the stage now where she was hoping they would be able to do something to get teeth back in on the top. But they basically said we had to take away too much bone to go through. And so to do it, to fix it, will be to take out bone from a leg, and a whole more complicated than what she's already gone through. So she's decided to wait on that, and is very disappointed to think that she's not going to be able to get teeth again. And I have the dental things going on, and just, thought if there's some way, that was what inspired me to get the silver course. There's some way that I can fix my own situation, then I could encourage her that maybe there's something. I mean, I don't know.
Okay.
So I would like intention. Yeah, Elaine.
In love and light, we hold the intention that Angela welcomes in miraculous healing throughout her entire body, including her teeth, her jaw, her bite, that all of that is completely healed, whole, and perfect. And she feels vibrantly healthy. Thank you, Divine. Thank you, thank you, thank you. It is done. We give thanks, and so it is. So,
Sending that all on to Sheila. Thank you so much.
absolutely, absolutely. So, two things that I want to share with you. I'm reading a book right now called The Reality Revolution by Brian Scott. And I was on his show recently, and he talks about how there are overlapping universes, realities, and we can step into a different reality. And he goes into the physics and the science and all this stuff, and quotes lots of interesting people. And I just saw you stepping into this new reality and being able to experience that. And I want to celebrate one other thing with Angela today. And that is, I got to read her book again, and I put an endorsement on Amazon, and I shot a video endorsement for her, and I put that on Amazon. I don't think it's live yet, but I did it.
Yay! Thank you, thank you, thank you.
So, one
Excellent.
of many. coming, I'm sure,
Yes, could you share the link to it?
Yeah.
to Angela's
I,
book.
Angela's book, because I heard that if you get a whole bunch of new like reviews and stuff and purchases in the first, I don't know, was it 10 days or something? I don't
I'm
know.
not sure,
Might
How
be
many
too
days
late already.
is it? Okay, I don't know how long
but
is it.
that's
Maybe
okay. It's never too late.
it's never
You
too late.
always want
But
interview
the
or
yeah,
reviews.
the algorithms change if you get a whole
Yeah.
bunch of people.
Yeah.
Okay.
I
If
don't
you
know.
will tell
Yeah.
me where to go, I'd be pleased to put.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Excellent.
Well, the Canadian link for you, Mena, would be different, but
Oh, would it? Okay.
But
yeah,
You
but
look up the
I
name
can
of the
send it
book.
to you later.
Yeah. Baby
Sorry.
steps and
Yeah,
giant leaps.
it's
Name of the
somehow
book.
it's not that easy to find. Other stuff comes up, but okay, I'm putting it in. That's the US link, I think.
Yeah. Well,
Okay,
send it to
thank
me
you.
separate because I never know about the chat.
No
Oh,
problem.
okay.
I'll
Thank
copy
you
the
so much,
chat
guys.
and I'll put that in the note that I send out with everybody. Ruthie's here. Yay! We get to celebrate Ruthie. What's been going
Thank you.
on?
Catch you on the replay.
Okay,
Bye.
love you. Mwah.
Okay,
Bye.
bye-bye. Well, I'm just been so happy I've gotten a chance to learn new things on the guitar and practicing more than I had before. And studying a whole bunch. I've got all these new, like, um, all kinds of little cards and things that I've got, things I've written down on. Because I'm really realizing how important it is to keep my state of mind focused on what's really important um, and basically not believing in whatever the world is doing. And I heard one of the interesting things they were talking about how the drone issue is just a big distraction because they're just distracting something is distracting all of us from, so it's kind of like the magician's sleight of hand. They always say, oh, look over there while they're doing something over here. And so it's just to get people all worried and scared, because when people are scared, then their frontal lobes go offline, and they can't think straight, and then they're vulnerable to manipulation. So I've been working on not believing any of the stupid stuff in the 3D world. That's what I've been doing.
And that's so important. And I really commend you for that. This is the 7-day mental diet. That's what you're doing. That's what you're doing. And it is one of the most challenging things for us to learn how to do is, are we being externally referenced or internally referenced? And the nonsense is out there. The reality is in here. And is that reality uplifting and empowering, in which case it is aligned with who you truly are? Is it tearing you down and diminishing who you are, in which case that's just your human self tying itself in knots and forgetting to collaborate with the divine and get the guidance that you're after? So kudos, Ruthie. Congratulations. How can it get even better than this? Thank you for being such a great role model, because that is challenging.
Well,
I
thank
really
you. I'm
commend
just
you.
following you, Elaine.
Yeah, I commend you. You're awesome. You're doing a great job.
Thank you.
Oh, and Carolyn's here. Oh, sorry, Georgie, you had a comment you want to make.
And Ruthie, while you were talking about your guitar, it was blinking.
I saw that too. There was some light reflecting off it. And I didn't look like it was because you were moving or anything, but there was a light that was going up and down. Yeah. Yeah.
Pretty cool.
Yeah. Somebody's hanging out with you there. Carolyn, how are things going this week?
Yeah, it's been a crazy week. I'm really grateful for my home right now. Just that place where I can establish with the craziness all around, even the craziness in the home, I still was able to create time and take advantage of time when I could be peaceful and sit and meditate and listen to music and just and sort through
snippets and papers and things, which took me out of the craziness that happens around Christmas. We should be doing this and sending this out and buying this and all that stuff. So I'm grateful for the sanctuary that I was able to create in the sanctuary of my home, because it was also reminds me of writing stuff down again, because it was, a lot happens in a week. Just like, oh my. And some of it was, not great in a way. I mean, but it's all learning. It's all what happens. And some of it was wonderful notes. And I went, oh, if I were to jot things down, like a daily little diary, you could start to get a better sense of where the flow is and where the flow goes off, which is, that, but you're talking about that connection, reconnecting, clearing the communication. So it's been a great week, actually.
That's wonderful. Congratulations. How can it get even better than this? I really admire what you're talking about. And I was struggling for a while. After I had my stroke, I came back and I helped my parents and my in-laws with end of life issues. And I was beating myself up because I wasn't making a lot of progress on my business. And I was really getting frustrated with myself. And then I started doing this exercise that I call my daily celebration with one other friend. Every Monday through Friday, we send each other an email and we celebrate what we accomplished the day before. And we celebrate in advance what we're going to accomplish today. And then life happens, and it's always a little different than what we'd intended. But the whole point was, where am I actually spending my time?
Yeah.
And is this truly what I want to be doing? And I realized just how much time I was spending with my parents. And that was sacred time to me. That was exactly what I wanted to be doing with my time. So it gave me permission to see myself in a more objective way. And then I could go, yeah, this is how I want to spend my time. And I don't need to beat myself up for not making as much progress. And actually, I am making more progress than I'm giving myself credit for. That's awesome. Also, frequently what happens.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's good.
So I
Yeah.
encourage you to do something like that, because yeah, it's surprising how much we accomplish. And if you pay attention to Dorji and Mena, oh my gosh, they have got laundry lists of what they get done every week. It's very impressive. In fact, we're going to hear from Mena right now. What can we help you celebrate, Mena?
Well, I'm happy, grateful, and very blessed to have spent 3 days with my 3 high-spirited, complicated grandsons. But I made it. And they have a massive golden retriever. And as if they didn't have enough, they now have a kitten who is absolutely crazy. And I'm not used to cats. The laugh was, after the 3 days was over, my son-in-law came home and went to the washroom on the main level. And there, sitting in the sink, was the cat. I must have locked the cat but I didn't mean to. I didn't mean to. And my daughter said, well, the children threw you under the bus, Mom, very easily, because they said, Mom, we don't close doors. It must have been 90. That's me. So, the entire week, it seems there are changes coming at us in all different directions, both politically, friends changing plans, people changing plans, people arriving. We have company coming tomorrow, so out of the blue. But I thought, I'm so in the flow, it seems, these days, that somehow I've told myself I refuse to get frazzled. So that's good. I had a wonderful meeting this morning with where I volunteer, and they gave $1,000 to not Mama and Mara, but to Dress for Success, it's called. It helps people re-enter the workforce, etc. My daughter's chair of the chapter here, so that was yay. things are falling into place, and that's all I can say. I don't know. And when Deborah talked last night about, being quiet in the moments that you have, I said, I don't think I'll have to do that. That's what I'm doing at the moment. So yes, and it was delightful that there was intention for Peggy, lots of lovely compliments on Dorothy and Elaine. So I'm really, really glad. And Carolyn, you will not regret taking one of Deborah's courses, and I would strongly advise it.
It was life-changing for all of us. How can it get even better than this, Mena?
Right.
Yeah, yeah. But
Yeah.
it truly, it has been life-changing for all of us, and it forged
Yes.
this relationship.
Right.
And
then you'll be legit with us. We can talk about all the things.
she'll realize why we say the things we say and what we're
That's right.
doing.
That's
Awesome.
right.
I do get a sense of it. And I'm just so grateful that you've been so open-hearted to allow me to be here, because it's already changed my life just being with you all.
Wow,
It
wow.
truly has. So just so you
Excellent.
know that.
Peggy, when I'm your age, which won't be too long, I want to be just like you. Yes.
Oh, bless you.
Yes,
Yeah, you're moving to
absolutely.
another life chapter. You're not frazzled about it.
Yeah.
You're just a wonderful example to us. And I am going to start painting. That's one of my 2025 wishes. I'm going to
Thank
start
you,
painting.
Nana. Thank you so much.
That's
And
brilliant.
I
That
think
is
it will.
brilliant. Speaking of brilliant, we got Dorji in the house. Dorji, what can we help you celebrate?
Okay. Carolyn, you are welcome here with or without any course.
Yes, of course.
We love people like you in our family of light, and I love our family. I read and now I'm rereading Fourth Agreements, and I'm going every day an agreement by I read it again and meditate on it. And the fourth agreement says, do everything to the best of your abilities. So Saturday, I'm going to sing in Brooklyn for our end of the year. It's like almost New Year's for us Buddhists. And I will sing at a Kalmyk tradition party. I'm going to sing a traditional song. I never did that before. I'm going to have background music. I'm practicing it, but I am not afraid. I'm going to do it, and everything is going to be fine. And I learned Skybreath over the weekend, and I didn't realize yet how much it changes my meditation practices. I did the Wim Hof. This is like another step up, and my Sahaj is getting crazy good, and I'm having fun doing that, and everything seems easier. And this weekend I did the Skybreath and the ageless. You know, I kept going to the ages, and after everything was over, I had a massage on Sunday night, and I had a really good time. And I feel, yeah, just by doing the meditations, yeah, I feel like I'm healing. Like I had troubles with my shoulders and neck, and everything is fine. I also love Sandra's podcast. I'm listening to it now. I'm getting better at working on my mat, still finding ways to be more productive. You know, when we get older, we get lazy. We find easier ways to do. You know, like instead of getting up and running here and running there, yeah, everything is within reach. You know, I stopped that. I'm gonna act like a young person and do everything the hard way. You know,
Well,
or else,
wisdom is a good thing, man, Dorji.
And you know what? I started getting a hunchback, and I was wondering why am I getting a hunchback, right? And then I realized we look here, our eyes get worse, and we always bend forward and look. And Elaine, we will not do that anymore. Our eyesight is going to be perfect. I don't wear my glasses no more. Everything is going to be fine, and we're going to be young again.
Awesome. Sign me up. Oops, here's Lisbeth. Your energy was so good you brought Lisbeth in. That's perfect. How could it get even better than this, Georgie? Congratulations. What an amazing week you've had. Lisbeth, I hope you can hear us because we were all out and it was going to be my turn to celebrate. But now that you're here, we would love to celebrate you. If you could unmute and join us. There she is.
Hi. You can go
Hi.
ahead, right?
No,
I'm
go
in the car.
ahead. Go ahead. We'd love to celebrate you. I'm so glad you could make it.
Okay, yeah, I'm only here for a few minutes, but about 15. Um, I am celebrating that, although it was a challenge with my legs and everything. We now have our driveway clear, all cars, but it was an interesting journey. If I could share real quickly, so you know that it's been going on for several weeks. We've been trying to donate two of the cars. Um, and so and it's a sort of thing whereby I think many charities do this. They have the charity pairs with an auction house who pairs with a towing company. So um, I have been getting emails back and forth from everybody, but it was like none of them were talking to each other. So at some point early last week, people started contacting me saying, we're sorry you don't want to donate the cars. We're canceling your donation. Like, no, we still want to donate. So, they set up a pickup for the tow on Wednesday, early morning pickup. We were up at 6. I think I told you guys this. Maybe not. 7 to 11 a.m. pickup. By 4:30 p.m., I called them and said, "Are you coming today?" And they said, "We don't have you on the schedule." So we got back to the auction house. They scheduled us for the next day. Tom said, "Don't pick the early time." So we picked 3 to 8. The guys came. We did the title. I reminded him to take off plates. He gets the thing hooked up on the flatbed. It's angled there. He takes a picture of it. He sends it to his boss. His boss sends back a text that says, "No aftermarket value. Leave it." I thought Tom was going to implode. He is such a quiet, easygoing person. Yeah. So, so, and the guy who couldn't speak very good English, he said, "I told him it's okay." And he said, "Oh, leave it." So, anyway, later when we told the big charity, they were most apologetic. There is no explanation for that. That car was in decent condition. We take almost anything. But anyway, in the interim, kid across the street called some friends who do scrap things, and one has a bunch of Hondas, and they ended up taking them for parts. So
there you go. Congratulations. How can it get even better than this? You went through some convoluted stuff and now Mercury is out of retrograde. Woohoo! It all comes to fruition.
Yeah, that's amazing. So thank you for your prayers and everything.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Wow. How can it get even better than this? Hopefully it'll be more of a straight line instead of the convoluted path you went on last time. I have a lot to celebrate. What an amazing week. I got to go to Ageless last weekend. It was fabulous. Naturally, I took lots of notes, over 20 pages each day. I do screenshots and try to catch as much as what they're saying as possible. I've been doing this exercise where you start with your left hand and you hold on to your right ear, and then you cross over with your right hand and hold on to your left ear, thumb out, fingers behind the ear, and then you do 15 squats and a break. So 3 sets of 15 squats, and it synchronizes the two hemispheres of the brain, builds energy, gives you lots of focus, and it's fabulous. I've been doing it every day. Really, really love it. And I learned it from Ageless. I got confirmation that I am definitely speaking at Sacred Awakening Live in Fort Collins, Colorado on May 8th. Woohoo! How can it get even better than this? I just want to make sure that it doesn't interfere with when Catherine and her family are coming to Los Angeles, because I want a chance to meet everybody. I'm going to be there. My eye is healing really well. I'm really happy about that. Lynn McTaggart has an intention documentary on Gaia that you can watch for free. And I know I sent it out to my intention group. I will send it out to everybody here with the mastermind so that you can watch it too. I was thrilled to pieces that Deborah did use my intention, which I'd created for my intention group right after the last success circle. And it was just so perfect to be able to share that. And I do have the abundance journey every single week. So yeah, Lisbeth, I have my show come out every single week. I've made a lot of progress on my talk that I've been working on. It's not quite there yet. I can wear makeup again. Yay! I got a good I got a good review from my doctor. I see him again on January 27th. So that'll be cool. I had 2 people follow up with me after I was interviewed on Brian Scott's Reality Revolution show. And just so cool that people are finding me through my interviews and scheduling an opportunity to chat with me. And we're going to find ways to collaborate together. So how could it get even better than this? Yay! And I only went slightly over time. If you talk fast enough, you get it all in. I'm so happy. I'm so grateful. I'm so blessed. And always, always, because I get to share these amazing experiences with all of you. And it's really interesting that daily celebration that I do. I get the celebration from my friend. And she is so amazing. She's so different than I am, and she's just astounding. And so seeing her activities and what she's doing, what she's accomplishing, it gets me high because I'm so excited for her. And I reply back with raving about what a great job she's doing and how much progress she's making. And then any resources or suggestions I have or books that I've read that I think would help her. And so it gets my energy up, and it's nothing to do with me. It's all her. But we do that here too, right? We get our energy up because we're sharing our celebrations, but listening to everybody's celebration really amps your energy because we are all connected. We are all experiencing this fulfillment, and supporting each other and reinforcing that fulfillment is just amazing. Now, because Lisbeth has to sneak off a little bit early, I want to go to you first to do your intention, and then you can take off whenever you need to. Okay. So if you could unmute, let's hold your intention, Lisbeth.
Okay, I just want to share one other little win while I was driving through town here, or stopped in town. I saw a guy on stilts who must have been like 13 feet tall, with the stilts looked like Uncle Sam with lights on, and he waved to me, and then probably about 70 people went by with Santa hats and strings of lights around them. I found out it's a charity run for a homeless women's place. But it was just so fun and festive. So anyway, because Tom still has some significant oral care challenges, and still have some very huge leg challenges. In Love and Light, we are so grateful for the amazing healing and health that we and our loved ones, friends and family enjoy, that stays with us and with ease and grace, and for the abundance of helpful people, resources, and finances that help with our healing and our property and our vehicles. This or better. Thank you.
We give thanks, and so it is.
Thank you.
Oh, excellent. Elizabeth, I'm so glad you were able to join us.
Thank
Lots of
you.
energy coming your way, for sure. In fact, you had so much energy around that, you brought Archana in. How can it get even better than this? We get to hear from Archana. Archana, I hope you can join us and unmute and come on camera because we've all celebrated and we'd love to celebrate you. And then we're going to go do intentions with everybody. What can we help you celebrate?
Oh, hi. Good to see you all. Sort of in the dark here, but yes. Yeah, I was missing you guys. So yes, nice to see everybody. As far as my celebrations, I have been just really enjoying the holiday season with so many activities and gatherings and potlucks and really enjoying a good time with my family. You know, I'll be seeing them again next week and friends. I've been working as well and trying to organize my house, which actually seems more chaotic than ever because everything is out and about. So that's kind of crazy, but the tree did get up. So like there's the Christmas tree. See?
Yeah,
You see that?
gorgeous.
It's just got a couple little fairies on it right now, but I brought up the boxes with the ornaments and it'll go up. And I'm just trying to stay patient with this process of reorganizing and letting go. So just actually selling a lot of stuff on consignment, donations, and gifting and all kinds of things. But it seems really chaotic in the middle. And in the midst of that, I am doing some writing and I don't know. I'm a little sad today because one of my friends had to have major surgery, and also Zakir Hussain, who's a pretty internationally known classical Indian, musician, passed away in the last few days. So a lot of like things happening that way as well. So it's just like just staying in the present moment and honoring the present moment is where I'm at, and just knowing that life is kind of unpredictable.
Mhm.
So just honoring my feelings around all that and um still doing okay, doing all the regular stuff to stay well, all the things you and I know, right? So thank
That's
you.
great. How could it get even better than this? And honestly, Archana, that's what we have to do. You know, I always tell people we're weebles, we wobble, but we don't fall down. I have a weeble and it's got a round bottom. It's for babies, but it plays a little tune too. So it's designed to wobble, but because it's got this round bottom, it won't really fall over. And the same thing for us. We like to think that we're always aligned, but the divine is constantly knocking us off kilter because it's not about always being in perfect alignment. It's about recognizing when we're out of alignment and then doing what we need to do to get back into alignment. And the faster we get at, oh, here I am. And instead of looking at it as, oh, shoot, I'm out of alignment, we look at it as, oh, good, I'm given an opportunity to expand and grow because that's what I'm here to do. Spiritual growth is what is most desired for us and from us. So, how can it get even better than this? We get another person. Arlene's in the house. Yay! Arlene, I'm so glad you're here. We are just about to celebrate you. You had perfect timing.
Oh, great. Ah, what can I tell you? Let's see. What do I want to celebrate? One, um, hmm, I'm making it through. You know, I have a lot going on, but I'm making it through. I've had all kinds of multiple events. And tonight after this, I'm headed over to Corrales, which is near Rio Rancho, and we have a concert for music in Corrales. And I've put together, I did the signs from, we do Burma Shea. Anyway, I have to explain that to people. But I also provided a huge poinsettia that I won and have had in my office, and I provided that for decorating the stage because I usually do flowers for the stage. So this is what I'm doing for this one. And anyway, that's the deal. And I don't have anything more specific than that, but I'm just trying to enjoy and not get too wrapped up in things. So I'm doing my very best, and I think most of the time I'm pretty successful at it. So
That is great. How can it get even better than this? And you bring up a really good point. We have a choice. That's
Mhm.
one of the reasons why I like to say I'm so happy, I'm so grateful, I'm so blessed,
Right.
because that's my choice. And I'm not dependent upon somebody else making me feel happy, grateful, and blessed. I
Exactly.
choose to feel happy, grateful, and blessed no matter what's happening in my environment. I will find something that I can be happy, grateful, and blessed over. And thank you for role modeling that for us, Arlene, because it's so important. We do have a choice. Yeah. Peggy, you're unmuted and it's perfect timing because we get to support your intention.
Okay. My intention is that the universe, with ease and grace, sends the perfect buyer to purchase my condo, and that my move to Florida flows effortlessly.
We'll support you with that right now. We give thanks, and so it is. Peggy, a bunch of things came through for you. A whole bunch of things. I immediately saw all of us saturating your condo and your entire neighborhood with love and blessings, just pouring love and blessings in. And I saw Tana going around and she'd be like, "You're not welcome here." You were doing the reverse. You were bringing in all this good energy to every single room and just filling your entire condo with love and blessings and abundance and prosperity. And I don't know that you heard it because I was saying we're going to hold that for you right now. And I got that ding. I heard the ding like before the ding went, but the divine is on it and it's already yours. And I also got the message, put a note on Nextdoor. Are you familiar with Nextdoor? It's a social media group.
I am.
Yeah. So if you're on Nextdoor, make sure that there's a listing for your condo on Nextdoor. And you can also put listings, I think, on Facebook neighborhood or something. I'm not that familiar with Facebook for that, but
Something. I let my broker handle
yeah.
those things.
Because I was just sending, I saw that because we are sending so much love and blessings out to the neighborhood, somebody in the neighborhood has a family member or a good friend who wants to move there. And they've been looking for the perfect place. And your place is the perfect place. And they will feel it before they even enter your condo. So,
And I love that you say that they'll feel it, because one of the brokers who brought somebody through said, it just felt so good. And she said, and when I picked up her business card when I left, I'm going, oh, well, no wonder. So that was pretty funny. And I also remember when I was selling in the 70s that one of the guys, the one Jewish man in the office, stayed and kept the office open on Christmas. And by golly, he got a phone call and went out and sold a house.
good for him.
So
Good for
you
him.
never
That's
know.
great.
I got two things. One that you probably already know and probably already have done, but one is you call on Archangel Raphael to be on the roof of your place. Now I know there's other places in your building, right? But he's to call in the perfect person, the perfect buyer.
I had not heard that. Thank you.
Sure. And the other thing is, it's a twofold thing, but do you already have a definite place in Florida?
Yes.
Okay. Then you don't need to do the second part of it. But the first part is connecting with your current space and thanking it and sort of offering that the spirit can come with you or not, but you're sort of breaking the tie, because sometimes a house will have a connection with a person so strong that it's like people feel it. People who come in, it's sort of like they don't want to break that bond. So it's about talking to your place, and it can come with you, or the spirit can come with you or not, either way, but you're sort of saying goodbye, thank you.
Yeah.
Thank
And,
you.
thank you for that reminder, Lisbeth. I read in a book also, and I'm forgetting the name of it, but they were saying go to every room in the house and thank that room for all of the love and the support and encouragement, and let that room know that someone new is coming, and please welcome them with open arms, and please embrace them as you have done for me, and share the love and the blessings that you've so generously given me. That acknowledgement and appreciation is really important. It allows you to move on with grace and ease, and someone else to come in with grace and ease. Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you both.
Absolutely.
Thank you,
Ruthie.
everybody.
Yeah. How you doing, Peggy? Can you stick around? Okay, good. Because we also have to make sure that we do an intention for Julie. So
Ooh,
we're
okay.
going to remember. But Ruthie's up next.
Okay. I love that rainbow on Lisbeth.
I know.
And well, gosh, I was thinking in terms of moving into a new house. If all else fails, you can hire some kind of priest or somebody to do an exorcism, or do it yourself, right? If all else fails. No, we actually moved into a house once that we had to get exorcised because we found, stuff like that going on. But anyway, that was before I knew how to do it myself, and we got a priest to do it, so it worked fine. But anyway, so gosh, I guess in my intention, I I really feel as though there is big stuff coming for me, and I don't know what it is, but I'm focusing on getting my book done and seeing it be basically delivered into the right hands for people to see it who need it, and who will be able to make it rise to more, a bigger audience. And this will help for Angela as well, because she has a different audience than I do. But any of us that are writing books or doing creative things, we want our creations to be able to reach the most people and the right people. And that's all we have to do, is send it out there with our hearts to everyone who is like-minded like ourselves. I think so much of my problem, that my early training, which I am now overcoming, is the old thought from many, many years of being, when I was a child, that nobody wants to hear what I have to say. That was the subconscious inner critic voice that used to run everything. So I was like inside my little house with all my wonderful little creations that nobody knew about, because I never told them. How are they gonna know? Right? So that's what I've finally felt, as though I've broken the ceiling off of that false belief. And it's such a wonderful feeling. And I think each one of us needs this to
Yes.
be able to break through that feeling, that false belief. So in love and light, I intend that all of us will be able to let our light shine, and that we will unashamedly be, I guess, sending all these beams of love and all of our creations to outwardly to everywhere. And that wherever we go, we will be able to be seen and be heard and let our message go forth. And thank you, thank you, thank you, Divine. It is done.
We give thanks, and so it is.
Thank you so much.
There was a lot of energy around that, Ruthie. A lot of energy. You spoke for many of us. Thank you. Thank you very much for bringing
Well,
that in.
thank you so much. And all the time I was feeling like, you know how when one candle has a flame and the other doesn't have a flame, all you have to do is touch the other one that doesn't have the flame yet, and you haven't lost any of your light.
That's true.
So all of us, I think, are going to be used, sent out like to ignite other people just by people who really maybe are shy to talk about all this woo-woo stuff. But when you do finally talk to somebody, anybody, they usually there's one part of them that will light up,
They
and
get it.
they
They get
get
it on a heart basis. They don't
yeah,
get it up here. They get it right here. Yeah.
yes.
And I really appreciate you bringing it up because you own your power when you honor who you are and you share who you are
Mhm.
and you share your thoughts and you share your beliefs. And it's not that you're pushing them on anybody else. You
Right.
are celebrating your life and embodying who you truly choose to be. And Marissa Peer always says, you have to give it to yourself first. Elizabeth, thank you so much for joining us. We love you. Have a wonderful holiday. And Merry Christmas to you and Tom. Mwah. Have a great time. Bye bye. Um, so, the whole thing about feeling seen and feeling heard, you give that gift to yourself.
Hmm.
And so, the only way you can do that is when you honor your gifts and you put yourself out there, and then you witness yourself and you witness the divine within you and you acknowledge yourself, right?
Right. I think
Putting
that's
yourself into that mirror.
right. I think what you're saying is exactly what Jesus meant when he said, "Don't hide your light under a bushel."
Right. Right.
And
Absolutely.
can I piggyback on that a little bit,
Please.
Elaine?
Please.
Because what you sparked in me, Ruthie, was, and I've talked to Julie. I don't know that I've talked about on here getting rid of stupid old white men from my life, but that was the result of being who I truly am and being my authentic self. And they chose to leave my life. And I'm going, oh, thank God. That was such a burden. I am so relieved. And so that is like a byproduct, especially for older women who were raised that the man knows all, does all, is always in charge, knows better, blah, 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 BS. So anyway, Georgie, you are laughing.
We're so lucky. Dorothy's in good company because he's not included in the old
No.
wife den.
No, he's
No.
not.
Exactly, that's
No.
what I wanted to say. I'm glad I'm not white.
Well, first of all, you're not stupid. So
Okay.
So I wanted to check in with Arlene really quickly because you said you had another thing you have to go to. Do you want to do your intention early so that you can leave whenever you need to?
Okay, I may be
Okay.
today, but yes.
Okay.
Actually, I don't know what my intention is. So I guess my intention is for each of us to have an incredible time during the end of this year for whatever holidays we are celebrating, whatever things we are doing. May it be a time of peace and love and absolute joy.
We'll
Thank you.
support you with that right now.
Yep.
We give thanks, and so it is. Oh, that was so beautiful, Arlene. I really appreciate that. I really do. And two words kept coming through: project and welcome. Project and
Okay.
welcome. Project the love, the peace, the delight, the joy, and welcome. Because whatever you put out, that's what you get to experience back. So beautiful,
Thank you.
beautiful
Thank
reminder. Thank you.
Mhm.
I'm so glad you could make it and have fun at your event tonight. That sounds like a really beautiful experience.
It should be. And it should be. Yes, I'm pleased. Thank you.
Good, 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 good. I'm so glad you could make it. And we're going to
I'll stick
support.
around for a while, so I think I'll be
Great,
okay.
great. Thank you. As long as you can, that would be great. We're going to support Carolyn. So, Carolyn, if you could unmute and let us know what you'd like some good energy around.
Yes, I'd like to keep it light, but a dear friend who has been literally fighting metastatic breast cancer for 7 years, and a miracle that she's here, but she did it for her daughter, so she said, and we have reached the point where it's not great right now, and her daughter is home with her from holiday and Christmas, and I know I'm having a hard time feeling like I'm supporting her the way I'd like to, because it's difficult. Someone that you love and have watched go through this and is fighting. So, and I don't know, I'm not the only one on the planet going through this sort of thing. So I guess my intention is to ask the divine to please uplift and ignite that compassion and hope in all who are going through these transitions, and supporting those going through those transitions, that we can truly remember who we are and be in the grace of the divine. And I thank you, thank you, thank you, and it is so.
We give thanks, and so it is. And you know, the thing that's so interesting about all of this, Carolyn, is that when we put this out there, we are guided to things that support us. So I just finished reading a book called Angelic Attendants by Julie Ryan. I'm putting it in the chat, and I'm also going to find her website, which is Ask Julie Ryan. Here we go. AskJulieRyan.com. I'm going to put it in the chat, and I'm going to share this with everybody. She has a show on Thursday nights, and it's live, and you can tune in. And if you have a question, you can ask a question. And if you're willing to come on Zoom, you can come on Zoom, and she will support you right there. In her book, Angelic Attendants, what really happens is we transition from this life into the next. She shows 12 different stages that we go through as we transition, where angels come in, our parents come in, then more angels come in, then relatives and friends come in, then our pets come in, then and it starts, you know, like this, and then the horseshoe expands, 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 and then a vortex happens, and then your soul. I mean, she's got this 12-stage process, and it can take you however long it takes you, but it's beautiful and it's so nourishing to be able to have that understanding. And she tunes into the spirit of the person who is passing, and she can ask them specific questions. You know, are you ready to go? Are you uncomfortable at all? What do you need right now? And she's able to communicate between the person in whatever state they're in. They don't have to be conscious. She can find out what their needs are and communicate with the family so that they know what's happening. So I highly recommend both the book and listen to the show and ask questions on the show, because you can do that. And she's really generous and very insightful. She is a intuitive healer, an energy healer that works remotely. So not only does she do healing, she also speaks with spirits and she's just really amazing. So there are resources there to help you, was the point I was trying to make. And when we hold an intention, it's because we're saying, hey, divine, please bring me some resources. And as soon as you were talking, I'm like, ooh, I gotta tell her about this stuff.
This is great. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Yes.
I want you to know, I don't know if you can see her, but
Yes.
Liz has been here looking directly at the screen the whole time.
Aw.
Sitting here quietly. So she's been with us in your intention. And I thought see that
Thank
here.
you. Thank you, Layla. Hello.
That's great.
Hello, darling.
Precious.
This is my darling kitty.
She loves Carolyn. She just loves Carolyn.
Well, who
Well, Carolyn
wouldn't?
just
Come
loved her.
on. A kitty with good taste. Mena, are you ready for some yummy energy?
Well, you know, Arlene almost hit it, gave such a lovely intention for us, and that was going to be my intention. But I'm just going to add a little bit to it. In love and light, we hold the intention that each of our tables over the holiday are love bombed, and that all will be joyful, peaceful, harmonious for each and every one of us. Thank you, divine. Thank you, thank you, thank you. It is done.
We give thanks, and so it is. I love the love bombs, and she took off her love bomb
Oh,
hat.
my love. Also, it was giving me a headache.
Yeah, I know. I can't wear those things either.
Well, last year the turkey, I cooked it halfway and then sent it to my son's house, and he had an oven fire. So it was a bit dramatic last year. So hopefully it'll all be calm and cool. And I invited somebody who may be on her own for Christmas. I should have asked my son, is it okay before I invite? I didn't, but there we are. Sorry. So I hope we're all harmonious.
I'm sure it'll be lovely. It's amazing how people are on their best behavior when somebody who isn't in the family shows up. And
Oh,
sometimes
that's what I
it's
think.
even better than you thought it might be. How can it get even better than this?
And I will be able to join you a couple more times, I think, before I leave for Wales, and then
Okay.
I'll be on a 3 months sabbatical.
We will miss you, of course, of course. And
I'll try and get up in the middle of the night. I know, Dorothy, you were able to do it, but I have to have my from 10 until 5 sleep.
yeah, absolutely. No worries. No worries. Well, Dorji, I bet you'd like some yummy energy. What is your intention today?
Mena, you take your beauty sleeps and I don't. It's wicked. Ruthie's intention really touched me. And when I was younger and I was in the band, I never worked hard enough. I always thought, who am I to think that I could do this? And I want to add to that, I want to supersize that intention. And in Love and Light, we hold the intention that we supersize Ruth's intention and welcome in divine blessings without trying to control them. And we follow divine guidance for all our actions and performances, releasing all negative energy. And we vibrate so high that we replace it with infinite love, light, joy, success, and abundance for the highest good of all. Thank you, divine. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
We give thanks, and so it is. So we are. There you go.
Supersized, huh? That's great.
Yeah, I love it.
I love it.
How can it get even better than this? It's amazing.
I have to say, as we started to into as you finished, Georgie, it's for here. It started to pour, and I could just I know it was just instantaneous. We finished, and then whoosh, down it came. Just and it was just a sign to me. Just all that pouring in and releasing. It was gorgeous.
Showering you with love, Carolyn.
All of us,
Love
all
and
of us.
blessings, all of us. Absolutely. That's awesome. Woo. All right. Well, Archana, I bet you could use some yummy energy today.
Yeah, thank you. It's been so beautiful to be with all of you for all the intentions so far. And I realize it's such a positive experience because it's like doing a whole series of affirmative prayers, like a whole 20 of them, or in this case, 10 of them today. But yeah, I have a new prayer partner from CSL here in Chicago and a new visions partner as well. So I've been doing a lot of affirmative prayer, and that's exactly what it's like, is like manifesting the intentions. So what I would like to manifest, I think this will give me a lot of peace, and it'll also clear the way for other creativity and all the other beautiful things that everyone shared. Thank you so much, because I'm like ditto, 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 ditto. you know. So what I would like to intend is to continue to and to have in love and light my space be cleared so I can actually have all my family and friends over like I used to do before COVID. Like, hello, it's been a while. So I just would like to have the continued letting go of things that no longer serve me, a beautiful space to invite all those people that I love so much, that I see in so many beautiful places here, and have workshops here and cooking classes. And it's such a beautiful space. So I want to manifest the ability to create a beautiful designed home again, and to really be able to then have the ability to create within it, right? Creativity within creativity. And just letting go of that no longer, what is no longer needed. So letting it all go and having the new manifest with connections and love.
We'll support you with that starting right now. We give thanks, and so it is. Beautiful. I anticipate many wonderful times with family and friends for the holidays, Archana. Well,
Yes, thank you. They're happening. They're happening. And I actually said no to having one here just because I didn't feel ready, but I am going to many places for that. And I just want to be able to have those beautiful people over here at some, foreseeable future.
perfect.
Thank
Perfect.
you. Yeah.
Excellent. Well, Julie, if you could, I'm sorry, not Julie, Peggy, if you could unmute, because we're going to hold an intention for Peggy. Julie, and you spoke with Julie recently, so you can tell me how she's doing and where we can best support her.
Okay, first of all, she was so missing being here and sending love to everyone. And the intention that she was asking that we hold for her is that all her computer issues be resolved so that she can again join in and function in this Zoomy world. My
We
words,
are
not hers.
We're hiring tech angels and surrounding her with love and abundance and prosperity, effortless joy, ease, all of it. Julie, it's coming your way, starting right now. We give thanks, and so it is. Oh, so much energy out there for Julie. You are so loved and so valued and so appreciated. I'm really glad I'm recording this so Julie can watch this and take in all this yummy energy that we've been creating for you and for all of us.
And
So
and one thing also
go
I
for it.
thought that the whole quantum field is just basically full of electronic sort of well, it's full of angels, it's full of light, it's full of divine direction in the quantum field. So all of us, as we picture these angels or whatever, we're sending extra juice to those areas, sort of like a big electronic thing, you know. So I love what you said. Send those electronic angels. I could just see them coming, and they were helping us, all of us, because we all need them,
Perfect.
right?
Yes, we do.
Yes, yes, yes.
It's all energy, and we can welcome it in. So I'm going to do my intention, but I need to give just a tiny bit of background so you know what I'm talking about when I share my intention. So, you know, my story about having that message come in really loud in my body, where I heard when you deny your power is denied to you. When you acknowledge your power is shown to you. You are more powerful than you can imagine. So the message was you don't know what your power really is. You claim it, and then we'll show it to you. But you step in not knowing exactly how that power is going to manifest and what it's going to look like. But we expect you to step in anyway and declare your power. So now I have this thing where I'm always asking, am I owning my power, or am I denying my power or giving my power away to somebody or something else? And that's just a really quick test for me. Where am I? How aligned am I? Or out of alignment? Then the other thing that I wanted to build my intention around is the tomato juice story. And I know I shared this with you guys before, but I'm going to quickly do a recap so you remember what I'm talking about. It comes from the book The Magic of Surrender by Kute Blackson, Kute Blackson. And Kute's dad is known as the miracle minister. He had over 200 different churches throughout Ghana and the UK. And every time he had a service, people were cured of cancer. They could walk after they'd been paralyzed. I mean, you name it. He had miracle after miracle after miracle. And Cook grew up in the church and he saw his dad and he witnessed these miracles all the time. Well, as an adult, he sat down with his dad and he's like, Dad, tell me about one of these miracles that you witnessed. Just, you know, fill me in. And they were originally from Ghana. And his dad said, well, the king of Ghana was in London where we live. And he asked me to come and pray over him because he'd had a stroke and half of his body was paralyzed. So I came and I was praying over him with his wife. And I suddenly got this image of tomato juice. So I asked his wife, do you happen to have any tomato juice in the house? And she said, well, yeah, I do. Should I bring some? yeah, why don't we do that? So she brought a glass of tomato juice, and as the king was drinking the glass of tomato juice, they heard these loud cracks and pops. And all of a sudden, the king jumped out of bed and he could move around and he was fine. He wasn't paralyzed anymore. He felt great. And Coot said, Dad, what did you do? That's amazing. And Coot's dad said, Well, God did the healing. What I did was I stopped questioning it. I stopped doubting. I stopped having to understand it first. I could let the message in and pass it on, and it didn't have to make sense to me first. So often our brain tries to control everything. And if it's not logical, if it doesn't have a cause and effect, if I don't have a series of steps with a guaranteed outcome, it can't be real. Our heart knows differently. So his dad, the miracle minister, was really good at letting information flow into his heart and sharing from his heart, because that's how miracles happen. Okay, so here's my intention. Enough buildup. In Love and Light, we hold the intention that we embrace ourselves as the miracles that we are, welcoming in divine guidance in all forms and using it to enrich our lives and the lives of everyone we know and touch. In deepest gratitude, thank you, Divine. Thank you, thank you, thank you. It is done. We give thanks, and so it is.
That was wonderful.
Okay,
Wonderful.
so hands up. Who here is willing to embrace themselves as a miracle?
Yes.
You do not have to understand it. You don't have to believe it. You don't have to agree with it. You can let it in anyway, because you are a miracle. You are.
Just drink tomato juice.
That's right. All the time. Nonstop tomato juice. That's the answer.
That was such a fabulous example and such a beautiful intention, Elaine. Thank you so much for stating that. That was,
It really filled me with so much joy. I could
yes.
barely get it out because I was just so overcome. That, it's funny, when I share these intentions, I don't feel like it's me talking. I feel like it's a message from the divine that we all need to hear, and we have a choice. And I'm deliberately choosing to get away from the words want and try and need. Instead, I choose, I desire, I intend. Any of those is fine. It is a choice. We have a choice in what we put into the mirror of the universe and what we receive from the mirror of the universe. We do not have to accept something that does not uplift us and enrich our lives. We don't have to accept that. You are all such incredible miracles to me, and I'm so grateful you're in my life. You are the biggest gift I could ever receive. Thank you for being here. Thank you for making this a priority, because I know your time is incredibly valuable. It's the most precious thing you own. And yet, time after time, week after week, you choose to be here. And you choose to make a difference for everybody here. Not just those who are live with us, but for those who are going to watch the recording. I can't thank you enough for your energy and your good wishes and the blessing that you are. Thank you.
Thank you.
Elaine, we
Thank you. Thank you, everyone.
And I just
the
want to say,
tomato juice of love that we get from you.
ditto. And I also want to say I'm going to miss you guys. The next 2 weeks we're not meeting, right?
Well, we're not meeting on Christmas, but I am going to do this event on New Year's Day.
Perfect. Well, perfect.
So
Okay.
you're only going to miss 1 week.
I will tell you,
Yeah.
I do an open house on New Year's Day. I've been doing it for over 20 years. And I put away all other candles and I have only white candles, and everybody gets to light a white candle and pull an angel card for themselves for the year. And I have an open house because my house is small. That way people come and go. But it's something, but it will be done by 5 o'clock. So I will be able to be with you on New Year's Day. So
Perfect.
yes.
Perfect.
Yes.
So Elaine, is the intention group
Yeah.
on for Christmas Eve?
Yes.
Oh,
Okay.
good. Okay.
I'm still
Good.
going to do the intention group on Christmas Eve and New Year's Eve. Yeah.
What time is the intention group? That's at 5:30, right?
Intention group, I believe your mountain time. So that's
Yeah.
5:30 for you and 4:30 for me Pacific time. Yeah.
Okay. And I think I can come for a half an hour and then I have to go to church for.
It's usually a half an hour anyway.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
Good. I'll plan on it.
Awesome.
All right.
So 6:30, right?
Sorry,
Right.
what time is the intention group?
It is at 4:30 Pacific, so 7:30 Eastern. It would be 6:30
5:30.
Central, 5:30 Mountain.
Yeah, so it moved half an hour. It moved earlier by half an hour.
It did because Deborah had one of her trainings that started at 5, so I scooched me up a half an hour.
Okay,
So I
good to
said
know.
half an hour, and then I jump off that.
I
Let's
get it.
go to Deborah's.
Okay. Thank you. Good to know. Thank you.
Elaine, show me that one more time. So I
Sure.
do squats.
Okay, so what you do is you take your left hand and you cross your left hand over your body, and you put your thumb on the outside of your ear and your fingers behind your ear, and you softly grip your ear. Then you take your right hand and cross it over your body and hold on to your left ear, which is hard to hear because I'm wearing my earbuds to hear you guys. And then you do 15 squats, and you do 3 sets of 15 squats. Now, as you go down, you breathe in through the nose. And as you stand up, you breathe out through the mouth. Okay. And what this does is it syncs up the 2 hemispheres of the brain. It gives you extra energy and alertness. So if you need to concentrate or focus or get something done, or you're working on a project, it's a really great way to get your energy up. And you don't have to do super deep squats, do a comfortable enough squat, right?
Maybe 3 inches.
Don't throw your back out. That's not the idea.
Yeah, sometimes because I have mastered meditation now, I think. I find that I'm not as alert. So maybe that's, that I'm so spaced out sometimes. So.
Yeah, cross crawls, brain gym. Absolutely, Archana. It's that kind of thing. Those are really good things. Who would like to get my notes from Ageless?
Oh, sure.
Yes, I'd like that.
Okay, I'm just going to send it out across the board to the mastermind group because each day is over 20 pages of notes. Sorry, deal with it. She had a lot of great information to share. So, yeah.
Are you sure we start with the left hand to the right?
Yes, she said, remember it's alphabetical, L before R.
Oh,
that's how you remember.
Okay. I'm so glad you're there because I would have done it the wrong way.
Yeah. Yep. Okay, so here we go.
You all out through the nose and then in through the nose, out through the mouth. Okay.
Bye.
Bye. Have a wonderful holiday. I love you all.
Yes,
so
happy
much.
holidays, everyone.
See you for the intention
Enjoy.
group. Okay, bye.
Bye.